What's up, everybody? What's good? What's good? What ain't good? What your mama say ain't good? What you know it ain't good? What's happening, everybody? It is the first show of the 2023. I know y'all was like, where the fuck that fat motherfucker done went? We ain't seen his ass. He done got the vid or something. No, I'm here. Been doing a little transformation, doing a little upgrading, just doing a whole lot of stuff. I got some new equipment and stuff. I'm trying to work out. It's just a bunch of bullshit. You know, I spent some money that I shouldn't have spent. But I'm gonna get it together. I ain't figured it out yet. Still working on the shit just blurry and spent all this goddamn money on this new camera system and it's just it is what it is. But I'm gonna figure it out eventually though. But welcome to the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday podcast, where we talk about the things that don't nobody else want to talk about. Ain't no subject taboo. Again, this is the first show of 2023. We got some situations and some stuff going on, and a lot of carryings on and stuff like that. But you know, we alive, we blessed, we done made it through the new year, and I'm thoroughly excited. I don't know why this camera keep on going in and out of the focus, but it is going in and out of the focus. I don't care. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to make it right. And what's up? Got my first guest, my boy Club Miller said, what's good? What's up, man? I appreciate you. Now, y'all know I don't do this show alone. I keep peoples with me. I got co-hosts and co-hosts and co-hosts. I got some guests coming this year. I got some things happening. But I'm going to bring out just the original trio. They always here. They always support me. I support them. We argue, we fuss, and we fight. But guess what? We family. It's just that simple. So I'm going to bring out my first guest and my first co-host. And here we are is my girl, Miss Ladybug.
Hey.
What you doing, girl?
Nothing. Trying to stay awake.
You too? You know, I fell asleep before the show. That's why we were late. We niggas.
I was laying on my bean bag. That's probably why I'm tired.
A bean bag?
Yeah, I have a big old bean bag in my office.
Oh man, them is dangerous. Ooh, Jesus. Them is so dangerous. So how you doing? How life treating you?
I'm feeling better. Good. You know, I can't really complain.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I really can't complain. I'm just glad health-wise I'm doing a lot better.
Yes, that is such a beautiful thing, health-wise, to say that we are healthy. And you know what the old folks say, we in the land of the living. That's my favorite church saying, we in the land of the living. So I'm going to bring out my second guest, my second co-host. Y'all know her. She's on all social media platforms as the influencer reserve with the Z. She's our resident star. She does multiple platforms. She got her own boom, boom, boom. And she just be doing the damn thing. Let me introduce my great... Wait, she cries too. We're going to respect her crying situation. But let me bring out my girl, your girl, everybody's favorite influencer, Miss Sky. What up, Miss Sky?
Are we covering up this time?
Oh, we cover, yeah.
Oh,
but yes! 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 Where my damn lighter at? Shit, I forgot my lighter. I was gonna flick the lighter like it's a concert or something. And, normally she be having the blonde hair. You see, she got the ponytail. It's some shit going on in the boom boom room. Girl, what you got going on in the boom boom room over there?
I'm chilling. This is my outside hair, so you know.
You got an inside hair too?
No, we're not doing this tonight, okay? We're not doing this. I'm not doing this.
Bullshit.
No.
Yeah, Nikita started it. I'm just continuing it. I'm just saying. So what's this? So that's the outside hair. What the hell is the inside hair? Is it more pullable? Does he got elastic in it or something?
Oh Lord.
Does it stretch? I mean, is it insured? We got papers on it? Is there a time limit we get to use that? Is it washable?
Move moving on. And we leaving crying back in 2022. So
I know that's right. No more tears, no more drama.
no more tears.
So okay, so how was everybody's New Year and your holiday situation? How was that?
It was my New Year's Eve was great. I hung out with family. We was indoors. Got to kiss my baby on the New Year. Mwah. No, it was good. And Christmas was pretty good. I spent it with family. And then, but like I said, New Year's Eve we kicked it with family and shot off some guns, and then I came home with sleep.
She said we done shot off some guns
Yeah.
and quick to sleep.
Oh yeah. By
That's
11.
some niggas for you. Pow pow pew pew. That's bedtime now. I don't know about
Listen,
y'all.
by
It's time to
11
go.
o'clock, I was looking at everybody like y'all ain't sleeping. But we rang in the New Year together with family and friends, and then shot off some guns, and I went to sleep. We came home, went to sleep. I think
That is so funny. What about you, Sky?
Child, I ain't do nothing. I was in the house drinking, per usual. But I was lit though. I was lit. I must say I had a good time. Yeah, I think it wasn't meant for me to go out because the lounge that I usually go to, they was closed. And they didn't open back up to January the 19th. So I'm just like, damn. Like at least I would have had. So I think that was a sign I needed to stay my ass at home. So that's what I did. I just
That's
stayed,
what's up.
blew some
So
balloons, you know.
you
I
be.
wasn't drunk. I was cute, but I wasn't drunk.
So myself, I had a great new. Well, I put it like this: I made some money. I was working. I worked on Christmas and New Year's, which normally what I always do. I pretty much hung out with family and did the same thing. You know the normal stuff. I shot some guns after work. You know, went to the spot. We have a secret spot that we go to go pew pew pew. You know, it's real quick and fast and get it out your system. But yeah, we went pew 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 and did our thing and just came back over the new year. You know, I was blessed to see the new year. You know, this is 2023. You know, it's just thinking back. Remember, you know, we've been in a pandemic for the last 4 years. You know, since 2019, just so many things have happened, and you know, just looking back and stuff like that. So, it's truly a blessing to be here. You know, I kind of had to reevaluate some things in my life and people around me, and you know, I'm for me, 2023, what it means is being the better version of me. You know, that's how I'm living my life. I'm doing things to where, you know, I'm no longer accepting excuses from people or in situations, you know. And my biggest thing is I'm trying to get myself together because again, I want to be the better version of me. So I've been telling people if you need anything or one thing out of me, you know, you got to come to church. You got to, you know, I got to see change in you. It just ain't no just because you feel like it's supposed to be there, you know. So that's how I'm living my life now. You know, I done bought some new equipment for the show, and I'm still testing out the bugs because I know normally I have a good background and working out camera angles, and I should have just left it the way it was. That's what I just should have. I'm glad you guys. You said you glad that you guys did not put on shirts. I mean, we're gonna have a shirtless show one day. That's just how I feel. You know, y'all already go pantsless. Yeah, no, we're gonna stop being retarded this year. No, let me stop lying. We're gonna continue to be retarded this year, even more retarded. I got a couple of guests coming on later on this year. I got some projects we're working on. One of the things that I wanted to highlight real quickly is one of the sponsors of our shows. Oh, shoot. Oh. One of the sponsors of our show is a friend of mine named Earl Belton. They got a radio show that they've been doing. I'm about to post it real quickly about their radio show. Earl Belton, there's a couple other people. They call it Grown Folks Music is what it's called. As soon as I figure out how to do this damn thing, I'll exit. Maybe that'll work. Okay. This is how, you know, I look like I got a whole new laptop situation going on here. I spent some money. So they got a live music show, and you can catch it. Let me post it real quick here to let y'all see. I keep hitting the wrong damn button.
Does you mean because you old?
Yep, it's called AMP, AMP. Listen live. There's a link to it. I'll post a link in there in the description. But they basically play like old school music, grown folk music. Ain't too much rapping going on there. I'm gonna post a link in the comment section for everybody to see and stuff like that. But it's super dope though. I mean, they be playing stuff like we like two-step music. R&B's, the 90s, the 2000s. When music was music. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they be playing and stuff. And they're gonna be at Monarch Cigar Lounge um, Thursday. Where they're gonna have a conversation. Now, you can't call. You can listen to it on your Apple and Android devices or any computer, but you can't call in unless you have an Apple device. They still, working out the kinks and stuff like that. But if you're gonna be in the area, I'm gonna post let me post a little flyer real quick. It's 10516 Grandview Road. This is where we had our Cigars and Brim event at. Here it is. Let me share my screen. Windows. Alright, here we go.
That was quick.
There we go. Here's the flyer right here for the it's the House of Beauty Conversation Throwback Thursday live broadcast from Monarch Cigar Lounge. This is grown folk talk. They're gonna be having discussions about adults and dating and stuff like that. And this is a cigar shop. Come chill out, relax. It's at 10516 Grandview Road, Suite A, Kansas City, Missouri 64137. It says come out and relax and chill with the hottest news show on AMP. And that's it's by LB. There's VIP seating and stuff like that. I'm a VIP. Nikita's a VIP. Nikita's on the deed to the place, But we we'll talk about that. But anyway, it's a great event. Come support Earl Belton and his whole crew. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna stop by there after work. I'm back working from home now. I'm so excited. I'm blessed in the Lord. So we got a couple of topics we want to talk about today. One of the topics we want to talk about, Nikita suggested that we talk about these rappers. I like what she put. She said we're going to talk about these rappers, quote unquote, dumb rappers getting locked up and snitching. Then she said, and I really like this question she posed, will social media be the end of hip hop? Well, we're going to tackle that later. Let's talk about these dumbass rappers getting locked up and then these dumbass rappers snitching and getting locked up. How do you snitch and still get locked up? I ain't figured that one out yet. Go on, Nikki. You got the flow. Let us know what it is.
I mean, I ain't do much research on it, but but as far as I know, it's just every time you look up, it's somebody literally rapping, like you're in the booth and you're rapping and you're telling on yourself. You're allowing them to record it. You're allowing them to upload it and put on DSPs and CDs, and you're literally snitching on yourself. And then you get mad when the DA is listening. They're like, oh, they're matching 2 and 2 together. Now your dumb ass is arrested. Like how make it make sense? Like, it's so bad where they can literally take lyrics and put it with crimes, and they're like, oh, you was there. Like it does not make it make, like, I don't understand it. Like, it just, you keep seeing all these dumbass, and then it's like you see a lot of these dumbass rappers who are part of gangs, and then they're getting they're getting caught up in RICOs and stuff like that. I'm just like, a lot of y'all are really out here, like, what they selling drugs and putting out hits on Instagram and Facebook Instant Messenger. Like, niggas can't read that. Like it was good old days where people used burner phones, or you couldn't really, because remember, like in the mob movies where you couldn't really talk to the head, you had to go to like a middleman. You know what I'm saying? Like no one
Mhm.
really knew who ran this organization. And it's like now y'all are like you literally just landed out for the court, and the FBI is sitting back watching y'all for years until they're like, okay, go get them. Like I don't understand it. Like. And everybody's on free this, and I'm just like, no, y'all should have told them to stop. Like,
She
I
said
don't,
free this and then you should have told her to stop.
I should have just been like, because especially like if you're making millions of money, I would think you would move smarter. Like, if it was me, you couldn't catch me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was one of the like, I would have more organization where they like every time they try to catch me, I'm just selling cookies. I got legit businesses. You would never catch me
And that's
selling.
how it is with a drug dealer. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have somewhere to move that money to if that's what you're doing. If that's what the
Yeah,
case is, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have a little side hustle or whatever. Move that money. If you bring in too much money, they of course they're gonna track you. And just like the
yeah.
lyrics to songs and stuff, y'all putting what y'all doing to people in songs. That's stupid as hell.
Yeah, I would make
That's
the if it was me, I would make the FBI work so damn hard they would give up because they like every time we try to get her, we can't get her. Like, I'll be
Well,
busting the track phone. I would still have one of those phones you can put your finger in it down.
a rotary phone.
grandma
Oh,
had one
wait a
of them.
minute. Get you one of them flip phones that lasts for 2 days, last for like a whole week on a single charge.
One of them phones where you got to put up against your like, yeah, it would be hard to catch me. Like, there would be no way. Like, but nowadays people are literally just recording and snitching, and I'm just like, I don't understand it.
Leaving
Like I
evidence on
don't
the
get it.
internet. They the first thing they gonna do is check your social media. Everything that you
Mhm.
done posted on before, whether you killed somebody back then or whatever, you bragged about what you done did, it's coming back to your social media. You done
and,
told
and,
people.
and that's what's sad is nowadays that the detective work is non-existent because, like you said, they telling on their damn self. Now, to answer your question,
I'm like, oh, y'all remember this one? Remember they killed that XX Stitchion, that rapper, and how the dude got caught up was he was doing a live stream and they had to do his backpack because remember he went to go get a motorcycle and he had a backpack full of money. Well, the dude that killed him took the bag and had the shit in the live stream. That's how he got caught.
I didn't
I was
know.
like,
I did not know. I didn't
I
know who he
was like,
was, and so
I don't get it.
there's a long list of dumbass rappers or even just dumb criminals. Not just rappers. Rappers are significant because, like you said, they're putting it in their lyrics. And the reason being is very, very simple. It's clout chasing. These young rappers or this young mentality is that's their way of putting in work, so to speak. Not like it was back in my day or like you said in the mafia days, there was ethics to you committing crimes and stuff. Nowadays it's just they going out here haphazard and they think because they put it in a song that's going to make them seem tougher or braver or in that whole situation, and it's really not. That's like Vlad TV. I stopped watching Vlad TV because he works for the feds. He does these interviews with all these rappers and these celebrities, and that's why I don't fuck with Lil Boosie. Because Lil Boosie just told on every damn thing in a conversation. He can't say he didn't know what he was saying, but like told everybody's business. Like he had no tomorrow. Vlad TV is known to, and here's the thing, when the police come to get his information and his footage, he's willingly turning this shit over with no subpoena, no court order. You work for the feds. It's the same thing I heard Soldier Boy talking about how when he first did his famous shit and got viral, that some dudes tried to rob him at his house, and he told the whole story about him and his crew. Fired back, returned fire, kidnapped the dude. 3 days later, you got an indictment. You 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine told on a whole gang set. A whole blood gang set. The only reason why they was fucking with this dude was because they knew he was about to be the next best thing, quote unquote, put him on. And this dude told him, and willingly told, came out of jail telling people he told. The other dude is Charleston White.
Oh,
Charleston White. Now, some of the stuff that he says does make sense, but it's the way that he goes about it. You know. Now he's that dude. He's telling these rappers, if you shoot me, I'm gonna tell on you.
He clearly
he said it out in his rap. If you shoot me, I'm gonna tell him what gun you got, where you got the gun from, how you shot me. You know, and these clowns is following right. See, that's the type of dude who. It's two things that you can do with that dude. Either leave him completely alone or take his life. You can't play with him. You can't half-ass. You can't run up and hit him and run and leave and think you was about to talk shit. Because that nigga will follow you busted, bloody, and disgusted. Yeah, that was him. He's going to pick you. He's going to record himself picking you out of the lineup.
Now,
See, I can't listen to you like that.
Caught up on something, I'm snitching. I'm not doing a day in jail for no fucking body. Nowadays, don't do nothing around me. As soon as they hint at jail, they can point at the police car, and I'm like, he did it. I'm not going to jail for nobody.
But there's a difference between snitching and self-preservation. You know what I'm saying? If a situation just does not involve you at all, you know, and it's one of those situations where you like, man, it ain't had nothing to do with me, and you walk away, you're fine. But then when you insert yourself in that situation, and it ain't got nothing to do with you, but you offering information, that's snitching. For an example, you at the 7, what I mean by you at the 7-Eleven, right? You seeing two dudes fight. It ain't nothing to do with you. But if you walking away and the police say, did you see anything? What would be your response?
No, I ain't seen nothing. They ain't got nothing
I'm
to
going
do
to say he was a
about
little thick.
Nikita gonna talk about it, you know, yeah, he was a little thick. But, you know, snitching would be like, the police would, did you see anything? Yeah, I seen the guy with the blue jacket hit the guy in the red jacket because he was thick, and he was mad because he was thick, and you just telling the whole story, and it's like, nigga, they ain't got shit to do with you.
They was robbing the store, and I was a witness to them robbing the store.
Even then, it ain't your business. For me, if it does not directly affect you, it's not your concern. You know, that's snitching. Now, if you're in a situation, for an example, and I always use this statement, to where somebody did something to you willingly, you're in a domestic dispute or something, and you know what I'm saying, and the police come at you, was it him that hit you? You better say yeah. Not he was thick. You know, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till he calm down. I'm gonna get some before he go back to jail because he's gonna be gone a while. And that was really no. Leave Phoenix alone and take his ass on.
But if you dumb enough to commit a crime in front of me and they ask, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not good at lying anyway. So.
But it's not about lying. But for me, like again, if it does not direct, look, I don't know what you're talking about. Even if I did see it, I don't even like cops like that. Leave me alone. You know.
Listen, let me shut up.
Anyway,
if you do a crime in front of me and they ask, I'm gonna say, nigga, you did it. Like, don't do it in front of me. That's why I go home. But if something is done in front of me, I'm not good at lying, so I'm out. Yeah, he did it.
But see, I don't have no sympathy for rappers or people, especially people in the limelight or celebrities or something like that do crimes or get in trouble for the simple fact you're in a position. If you're in a position to change your life and change the lives of people around you, there's certain things that you need to stop doing. You know,
And
I heard
also,
Steve.
yeah, because
Steve,
also they don't realize that a lot of these record companies got life insurance. If you do something dumb and your numbers go up, you know how they like what was that guy that was running? He was running from the law and he was uploading music and shit like that. The music company, they make money off your dumb ass. Like everybody's gonna end up making more money off you and you're gonna end up locked up looking stupid.
right? And it's not even that. It's just the fact when you start making money, whether it's through the music industry, OnlyFans, Seven Fat, whatever. You start even at your regular job. You start making money. You start being in a position to where life is good, and you're starting to do well for yourself. It's just certain things you don't need to be doing, especially when you're in the public side. You know what I'm saying? For an example, Steve Harvey said this. He said when he got that first check with that one digit and 7 zeros, he said it was time to cut some shit out. Now that don't mean you can't have a motherfucker around you that get down like that. You always keep you a retarded motherfucker around you that handle business. You just have a good lawyer on the team, go bind his ass out of jail. That's the one that handle business. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing about it is when you make it to that level, it's harder to keep it. That's why, like with the Kanye West situation, everybody was so mad because he was a billionaire and, he lost the contracts of Balenciaga and Adidas and stuff like that. When you're rich like that, you don't give a shit about that because he's still worth $450 million. He done probably bought any and everything that he could possibly dream of. You know what I'm saying? He's richer. You becoming richer ain't gonna do nothing but cause you more problems. Because now you're in more people's face. You're in more people. He can't say what he wanted to say at the time because he was under contract. But I think it was just a way for him to get out the contract. You know what I'm saying? You just certain things. Like I just recently got a promotion on my job. You know what I'm saying? And as much as I like to hang out with some of the people, I can't do it because now I'm in a position of authority. You know what I'm saying? I have to show you, and I told him that, love y'all to death, but I got bills I gotta pay. It ain't no more us, hanging out by the desk and stuff like that, or we chatting on the side. It's business now. And if your peers or the people around you cannot respect the fact that you're in this position now, and especially if it's a position that can help change their lives as well, and they don't respect that, you don't need to be around them. And it does not have to mean massive amounts of money. It could just be a promotion on your job. And you could be in a position to help somebody else get a job. You could be in a position, that same motherfucker that's been asking you for that $10, $15, you can comfortably give it to him now without cussing him the fuck out and wondering where you 15 at. There's levels to it. And you have to be able to grow and want to be better and do better and continue to grow. When they gave me that position on that job, first thing I called, love y'all niggas, but we ain't going out on Taco Tuesday no more. It was like, man, that's outside the job. Nope. For the simple fact, because now I'm in a supervisory role. I don't need you to bring things on the outside to affect our business and professional relationship. We cannot do that. Not all the time. We can still chat, but being in a supervisory role, that level of respect has to be there. When you're, like for you, with you, Scott, you're on social media and stuff. Let's just say you start getting sponsorships and stuff. People want you to be brand ambassadors and stuff like that. You have to go by, if you agree to it, you have to go by their standards as well. Because you're representing that company. So that means there's certain things that you may not be able to do. And that's why I would tell people, read your contracts. Look at that stuff before you just start accepting that money, because now you're the face of this business, and you have to go with their values and principles as well.
And read the fine print as well, because
there you go.
Fine print.
That's a key thing.
Oh yeah.
We recently celebrated Nikita's mom's birthday. I love your mom, Nikita. I had a great time.
Yes, she had fun.
Oh my God, her mama is a hoot. Let me tell you. And what I love about her mom says some of the realest damn things that make you think. You know what I'm saying? And she's in a for me, she's in a position of authority because she's older than me. I didn't get to that age, that wisdom. You know. And we was talking about a situation where she had to deliver too much to drink and couldn't make it up the stairs, and the kid just laughed at her mom. And I ain't gonna lie, I laughed too. It was hilarious. But I love the fact that her mom was able to take it in stride and wasn't too serious. Her and her mom had. but I know the fact that you and your mom have that relationship where y'all talk. You know what I'm saying? But it's still mother and daughter at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? She's not your friend. She's not, y'all not talking about going to the club and which dude y'all trying to get or y'all sharing dudes the way these heifers is doing all kind of crazy crap. But to answer the question, these rappers and this snitching thing, for me, it's just clout. I just see them, that's the only way that they can, because, controversy sells now. It's been selling. It used to just be sex sells. Nobody give a fuck about sex no more. It's just controversy.
Shit, sex still sells.
It do, but not like controversy. For an example, what's the girl named Amy Robach and the dude on the Good Morning America thing? She's so mad that they business is out there to where she talking about I was just so overwhelmed by him. So they let me know two things. He done put that swipe on you, and it was more than you can handle, and you trying to save your ass. Because remember, they was both married. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's just controversy. That's how you get ratings. That's how you sell. It's a gimmick that you have to have. And it's not, the gimmick doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. Like with Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is one of the most top influencers in the game. He's worth like $47 million. You know what I'm saying? And how he got started making crappy videos, but he's really big, so somebody gave him $10,000 as a sponsorship. He turned around and gave it to a homeless dude and recorded it. And that's what he started doing. So Kendra says hi. She says she can't comment on YouTube. I gotta figure out how to do change the settings on the YouTube. But that's how he got famous. And after the company that sponsored him heard that, they was mad at him because they wanted him to take the 10 grand, invest it in himself, and do some videos. He was like, "For what? I didn't need it." He lived at home with his mom. And he just turned around and gave the whole 10 grand to a homeless dude. And he started doing that more and more and more. Now this dude he's worth $40-something million. And most of his shows or his YouTube videos is about him giving away stuff. You know, his whole platform, and he took all of his friends, got houses and cars, bought and paid for. Everybody that works for him has a house and a car. This dude started a virtual store with Mr. Beast Burgers. And it ain't nothing but just some regular ass burgers named after his friends, but he did it virtually. So that anybody can log onto the company, right? Learn how to make the burgers, right? Order the stuff. They let you keep 75% of the profits.
Wow.
All you have to do is you sign a contract to reorder with them and pay 25% of your gross income. And anybody can log on. It's a virtual kitchen. It's a virtual restaurant. They just recently opened up the first brick and mortar somewhere in South Carolina. They shut down the whole mall.
Oh, wow.
Shut down the whole mall. People were sleeping in the mall for like 3 days just to get in line. Like, they literally shut down a whole mall. They were the only store open for like a week.
Wow.
It was something like,
if you can promise me that the hamburger I bought has The Rock's phone number inside the wrapping, then I'll do that. Other than that, I'm not doing that. Mm-mm.
Nikki, we just gonna put you in Hollywood and let you lose. You remember the little tops that had the strings and you just pull the string and it just spin and just go all over the place? That's Nikita. We're just gonna put her in the middle of LA, a Rodeo Drive somewhere, and just let her loose.
You know I'm not gonna go too far. Smike, I'm like, get that. Nope.
I was gonna tell her, let her loose, let her go on do her damn thing.
Nah, I ain't gonna.
So I got this story. I'm gonna let y'all hear it, and then we're gonna move on to the next question about the social media. I'm gonna see if I can find it. It was about this woman went on this date, and she said, well, okay, I found it. Let me put it on here. Let me see if I can get the sound right. Let y'all hear this. And I need y'all opinion as women if this was right or if this is wrong. Can y'all hear it?
No.
Alright, let me change the sound real quick. And the title is did the date go wrong? Alright, a second here. Audio. Just making sure. Can y'all hear it now?
Mm-mm.
But the thing says that if you just look at the description, she's upset because he paid for her dinner, bought her flowers, but he didn't pay for the valet.
Yes, and I wanted y'all to hear the way that she said it, and it's gonna crack you up. Let me see if I can do this audio right. I can. I had this right at one damn time.
Oh,
Did you just call me old?
She did.
Yeah, I did.
Niggas, I am not old. I'm like wine. I get better with time.
Put that wine back.
Put the wine back.
Hold on. I can't figure it out. It's too late. So, okay, basically, the story is the guy took her out on a date. This was a first date, right? They meet up at a restaurant. He pays for the date. She had a 3-course meal, brought her flowers, whole 9 yards, right? Mm-hmm. And she makes a couple of comments about, I didn't know he had a refined palate. She real bullshit, right? So at the end of the day, they getting ready to leave, and she's leaving out. She had the doggy bag, the flowers, the candy. They go up to the valet, and the valet driver says card or cash. She says card. The dude gives her a kiss and walk off. He didn't pay for a valet, so she's upset, saying, she said she felt like he should have paid for the valet. That it was an instant turn off. She's never, experienced that. She goes on to say she called her friend to tell him about the date and asked, was she wrong? And the dude comment later. So what do y'all think? Was the dude wrong for not paying for a valet?
I don't think it's that deep. I don't think he was. I don't think it's that deep. Because, like, if I'm dating somebody, I'm the type of female.
It's the first date.
Okay. It don't matter. Like, for me, I don't need you to pay for the whole thing, right? We can go half and half. It's not not that deep for me. He already paid. He gave you flowers. Did he pay for the meal?
He paid for the meal.
Oh, okay, yeah, it ain't that deep.
And technically it's at a nice restaurant. They got valet, so this wasn't no cheap place.
Well, how much was a meal?
She didn't say how the meal was, but she made comments talking about his palate was refined, and
Okay, so it had
she
to be
made it
high.
seem like they was at a nice restaurant.
Okay, so
He
yeah,
probably
it went
spent more than $100. He spent over $100.
Easy.
Yeah, he spent over. If you got flowers and shit, he
well,
spent close.
see, hey, that's gonna even out right there. Hey, she go ahead and pay for that. It's not that deep. You know what I'm saying? Girl, go on and pay for that and keep it moving. It is what it is. You're making it bigger deal than it has to be. Like, hell, he paid for whatever that high ass food y'all had and gave you some flowers, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't that deep. I don't think it's that deep, girl.
And I wouldn't have used valet. You know how expensive valet is. I'm gonna find me a free parking spot or find me one of those $5 spots.
Right. You had
because anytime I go on a date, I'm already calculating if it doesn't go the way I planned and I have to pay for it, then I'm already calculating in my head, okay, I got this much, you know what I'm saying? And if the guy end up paying for the whole thing, hell yeah, I can pay for valet, if I used it, you know what I'm saying? But more than likely, like that's the least you can do, because if he bought you flowers, typically flowers is like $20 to $30, depending on, it may be 50, So it sounds like he spent close to $200, if not more than $200. The least you could do, but at the end of the day, that's on her. If you expecting him to pay for valet, that's something you should have talked about before you got there. If you didn't talk about it, then you shit out of luck. You know what I'm saying? Like, that girl gonna end up, she gonna stay single because she seems like one of those girls that is everything on the list has to be checked off, and if not, you're gonna miss out on a good dude. Like, so at the end of the day, you stupid.
For me, it was the self entitlement is what. Before we even get to the valet part, this is a first date. He took you to a restaurant, right? Now, for me, I feel like, and maybe this is just an asshole to me, I think a lot of women's expectation of men, and I'm just going to say women, that goes both ways. The expectations are unrealistic. A lot of these women are talking about they want Cristal and Dom Perignon and caviar, and they never had that shit in their life. Now, is it wrong for you to want it? No, I think it's wrong for you to want it, but stick to what you know. If you've been drinking Mad Dog 2020 all your goddamn life, stay with that till you can do better. I don't need to introduce you to something. If I can afford it, that's me. Now, don't obligate me to do anything. Now, in this situation, I feel like the dude did his thing. Take her to a nice restaurant. I don't think she's ever probably been to a nice restaurant like that. She took advantage of that situation because she kept referring to his palate. You know what I'm saying? Now, is he wrong for not paying the valet? Fuck no. It would have been a nice gesture, but we don't know the circumstances. Maybe he didn't have no cash. Maybe he used up his money on his damn date. That's why and she talks about how when they got to the restaurant, he parked across the street. Her ass parked in the valet. If you see me park across the street, and if I pull up and I see you parked behind, across the street, and I'm looking at the valet, I'm parked right behind your ass. So no, I don't feel like, and I think my biggest problem is I think people need to stop doing what others expect them to do. There's a lot of situations that happened last year where people have said, just be the bigger person and do this. You know what I'm saying? Or it would have been right to do this because of. In 2023, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. Like, for example, y'all remember the story about the lady, and we all know it was a false story, about the woman got mad because the baby daddy only brought food for his kid, and got mad because he didn't bring food for the rest of her damn kids. Now, we know it was a fake, but at the end of the day, if it's not my responsibility or not my job, don't expect me to do more than what's necessary. And that goes on both ways because men and women, in my opinion, have reached their breaking point when it comes to extending themselves, especially in relationships. You know what I'm saying? Women are tired of men, quote unquote, not stepping up and not being what they expect them to be, or handling business the way it should be handled, and vice versa. I believe that the expectations in dating nowadays is so far out of whack, and that these expectations are unobtainable. And then they be mad because they single. The next thing you know, they trying to rip to shreds the person who they was with because that person didn't fulfill their expectation. If you ain't never been to what's that place, Roof Chris, don't expect me to take you. For what? You ain't never been. I ain't never been. We ain't got that kind of money like that. You know how hard it is to take care of your own damn self, and then somebody else wants you to come along and take care of them too? Fuck you. Eggs is high. I went to the Walmart, and I normally get the little 60 eggs in the box. Pay like $10, $12, get 60 eggs in the box. That damn box was $20. Now I'm gonna go back and get that $20 box of eggs, and if any one of my nieces and them come to my house and try to get my eggs, I'm fighting them. Leave my goddamn eggs alone. This shit is hot. I had a woman told me, and because she said this is the way she tells the men who talk to her. Her exact words was, "You have to pay me in order to talk to me." She said, "That is just my rule. You have to buy me something." She said, "All men pay." She said, "That's just my rule." And I said, "Do you realize that is why you have two kids and you're broke as fuck? The fuck that I got, in order for me to talk to you or to gain interest in you, I have to spread my wallet? That makes me a male prostitute."
So did you call immediately, or you still kept talking to her?
Hell no, I tried to run over in my damn car. I said, as soon as you come out this building and you see these lights, it's going to be too late. And y'all know I got undercarriage. I said, I will run you the fuck. I wish I would have to pay just to talk to you. And I tried to give her some science. I said, do you know how broke you sound now? That you want another person to pay for your attention. Why should I have to pay? You make just as much money as any other person in here. What are you?
Conversation with the person whose mind is like that. It
was just a general conversation that we were having at work. And this is what she said that she requires of men that talk to her. I said, essentially, you're a whore. You're a prostitute. This is exactly it. If you're expecting a man just to get your attention, to spend money on you or buy you something, for you to talk, you're prostituting.
No, that doesn't mean the prostitute. That's just what it is.
You're a prostitute.
If that's what she requires, it is what it is. Like that doesn't mean.
And then I'm gonna require some head. That's what I told him.
There's men who require that. When I was out there dating, there was a lot of men who want to be spoiled and require the same damn thing. I just stopped talking. I don't look at you bad. It doesn't make you less than or make you a prostitute or make you whole. That's just what you asked for.
I think it's different. The only reason why I say that though is, for me, that's not common sense. That is not common sense. I don't care what area you grow up in. You know what I'm saying? And if that individual think that is a logical thing, again, we all know how expensive things are now. Gas, groceries, rent, car notes, children's, stuff is high. And we have to work hard enough just to maintain our level of survival. And for you to insist without nothing in return that I come out of my pocket just because,
but
I got an issue with that.
There's some people who are gonna do it. It doesn't mean that when you say it's like, I don't like the word prostitute. It's like that's just what he or she requires. They just talk to them. You gotta spend the money. If you don't do it, as other people that's going to do it, it doesn't make that person less than. You can agree with it or not.
I think you do. I think it makes it less than. You know why I say that? And again, this is just me and I could be wrong and I apologize if it comes out like that. But for me, common sense is something that does not cost anything. There's too much access to technology now and knowledge for a person not to know. Now, again, if you choose to do that, you have every right to choose to do that. But I'm also going to choose the right to say what I think is to be the truth. I'm at the point in my life to where I'm not sugarcoating anything no more. Now, if you choose to want to be a prostitute, great, that's on you. But I'm going to acknowledge the fact that's how I see you. And I told her that. I said, essentially, you are setting yourself up to be a prostitute. That's what prostitutes do. They exchange their body for monetary gains. Whether it could be a wrong way of saying it, but I think people are sugarcoating things entirely too much now. For an example, something that was sugarcoated just here recently was the January 6th insurrection. These people stormed the White House. They stormed the White House. These was Americans. These was cops. These was lawyers. These was everyday people. And they just swept it up under the rug.
That's just called white privilege. That's all it is.
I mean, and I know it is, but for me, I'm not, like, again, I'm at the point to where I'm not sugarcoating anything, whether it's white privilege or not. I'm going to expose it, and I'm going to talk about it, because until somebody gives me some damn privilege, I don't want to talk about it. I don't get no privilege.
I just don't give a fuck. I don't care what it is. Like, I feel like if I don't agree with what somebody doing, I can just walk away from it, or I don't. You know what I'm saying? Certain situations, it is what it is. Like, I don't want to degrade, or just, I don't give a fuck. It's white.
Like, I don't agree with the fact that Sky got this pullable ponytail and she ain't letting nobody pull on him
Well, I need to let somebody pull on his hair.
because it's pullable.
No.
You can't do that for free.
You show the hell can't. Shit.
See, that's that bullshit. That's that bullshit. That's that bullshit. I feel like I should have some entitlement on the pullable head.
You gotta put in some work for that ponytail.
Yeah, you gotta put it work for pull on the ponytail.
You gotta put in the motherfucking work, okay? Put in some work.
You gotta put it to work. So what work needs to be put in? Okay, so I'm glad we said that. All right, now we're talking about dating and stuff like that, and I posed a question on my social media: is what is it that the other person has to do in order to show that they're interested in you? Does it have to? Are there certain things that have to be done? Does it have to be money? Does it have to be entitlement? What is it? I want both y'all to just give me your understanding, and there's no right or wrong, I'm not judging anything. What does a person have to do in order to show that they're interested in you, or prove that they're interested in you? Or do they have to prove that they're interested in you?
I just feel like, go ahead, Scott.
Oh, I was gonna say I would want them to. I want them to reciprocate the same energy that I give to you. If I feel like I'm showing interest in you, I need that same energy back. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't have to be monetary. The simplest thing for me is like, okay, that something that'll get my attention. It could be something you said, and I'm like, oh, okay. I'm looking at him different now. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so you feeling me now? You know what I'm saying? Like, little things matter to me. So it's not monetary for me. It's just your energy. Right? Yeah. Communication. Definitely communication. You got to be consistent. Yeah. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, because at the end of the day, we both grown. I don't have time to beat around the bush. You know what I'm saying? For me, if I like you, I'm gonna let you know. Hey, I want that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times I've been told I did a little too aggressive, but you know, if I like you, I'm gonna let you know. So at the end of the day, I need the same thing, and I tell people all the time, we both grown. If this is not something that you don't want, then move on. Don't waste my time. But if we got a connection and we're going to keep going, I'll let you know throughout it. You know what I'm saying? It's constant communication, keeping it real with me. Uh, I do like if we start off with communication and we're both showing interest, then it's going to go into going out on a date. You know what I'm saying? And with me, I don't have to go to fancy places. I'd like to, but it's just communicating what we both like. You know what I'm saying? Go and find some place that we both mutually like and grow from there. And you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like, I'm simple. You know, I ain't gonna turn down no money. Like, you want to pay some bills, I ain't gonna turn it down. You want to put some money in my pocket, I ain't gonna turn it down. But for me, I can handle that on my own. You know what I'm saying? My love language is quality time. But at the end of the day, as we grow, then, things go. But to me, just communication. I ain't got time for it. Just keep it real.
Okay. As for me, I personally don't think that money should nowhere be involved. This is just me. That anything money wise should nowhere be involved unless we're taking the steps in a committed relationship. I don't think okay, let me phrase it. I don't think the expectation of money should be there unless we are taking steps towards a committed relationship. Because for me, when I take the steps towards a committed relationship, that means I am done with everything else. The sole focus is on you now. That's what commitment means to me. If we've having that conversation, and I'm a direct person, I'm not gonna say, "What do you think about this?" I'm just gonna be like, "Sky, look at her. I like the way you make your spaghetti. I know you from the South, and you don't probably did the voodoo, and that's fine. I'm with it. I want to be tasting your spaghetti and your only spaghetti. That's it. What you think?" That's just me. I'm a direct ass nigga. I'm not gonna assume nothing. I'm gonna ask you straight out, look, I need you to be my girlfriend. Yeah, no, just straight out, yes or no. Remember I used to get a little piece of paper and slide it to the girl and check out the box yes and the box no? You didn't get that?
I remember that from high school. No, middle school. I was in middle school. We was changing classes, and I had this crush on this dude. He was a soccer player. He was black, right? But I wasn't his caliber of chicks. You know what I'm saying? So we switching classes, right? And my class and his class is right beside each other. So I slide this note to him. I'm nervous and stuff, and I'm like, "Do you like me? Check yes, no, or maybe." I ain't getting back, so I'm thinking the whole night, like, okay, he gonna say you like me too, so we can talk. Nah, we can just be friends at the bottom. Like, damn, was I ugly shit? Like,
Press your whole little heart, didn't it?
It did. It hurt my feelings. I mean, I was like, damn, I must be ugly because you bitches that you dealt with before.
But I'm dead serious. And Nikita can tell you, and Nikita's like this too. We're very direct individuals. I like direct. I'd rather a woman come up and just tell me, look, nigga, you too short. I don't date short niggas with no necks. Now, my comeback is going to be, give me a chance to climb the legs. Like, until, the grass is really lower. But that's a week. But I'm just saying, I'm a direct person. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm going to ask you straight out. Listen, I only want you to have my draws. I'm not trying to get my draws to nobody else. Because I'm not. If you want them, you ain't even got to ask. They just naturally come off when I see you.
But that's still not me.
Well, I'm being funny, but that's how in my head, this is how it should be. The expectations of it should not be there unless it's been taught. I don't think the word money or anything dealing with monetary value should come up unless we're taking committed relationships. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't mind paying for the first date, but I think with the times that we live in, I'd rather not pay for the first date. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I think it's not about hurt. I'm just gonna. This is reality, because nowadays, and I don't want to sound facetious about women, but I'm gonna say women. If you go pay for the first date, right? From the moment they find out where you're taking them, what car you drive, how you gonna pull up, what you're doing. Women are making judgments, and men do the same thing too. You know what I'm saying? They are assessing you immediately on what value you're gonna be to them. So for me, I don't want you to know the whole value on the first date, because then I don't have nothing else to show you if I tell you everything.
But
You know what I'm saying?
that's with communication. Like, if you talk with the person, you can, a lot of times if you talk and you really sit back and listen, you can tell if a person is genuine or if they're calculating to see how much they can get out of you. A lot of times you don't even have to go that far. Like, I've dated online and people can type everything, but when you get on the phone and you hear people's voice and you ask the right questions, you save yourself a lot of trouble. So at the end of the day, if I ended up going out, going out with the date, or we end up setting up, we both know that, we're genuine, and, I'm trying to get to know you. Don't matter if we went to McDonald's or somewhere fancy, I'm trying to get to know you. But if in your mind, if you weren't about, even if you pay for the first date, that don't mean you getting the kitty. At the end of the day,
you said they automatically think that though.
Yeah,
I ain't even gonna lie. Look, yo, I know I'm an asshole for this, right? I'm gonna be straight out honest. If I pay for the first date between between the first and the third date, yeah, I'm gonna I won't expect a kitty. I'll be honest with you, because you know why? And again, I know I'm an asshole for this. Life is too hard, too expensive for me to be consistently paying for something that it's a possibility that I might get. I don't like not being in control. And again, I know my statement is not right, and it is not what women want to hear, right? But I also think too, if we strip away all the bullshit, right, that comes with this and all the attachments, you know what I'm saying? Let's just get down to it. I want the kitty. What is it going to take for me to get the kitty? It's just that simple. Now, the problem is, most women aren't going to be honest. They're going to exaggerate. Here's the list. And even if I fulfill everything on the list, it's still a possibility. I don't like possibilities. But that's how a lot of men are starting to think, or starting to be. What is the purpose of me going through all of these dates and these emotions and stuff, and building a friendship and stuff, when you already know when you first met me that I had no chance in hell?
But my thing is, if you come off with that, I'm gonna ask you, who hurt you? Because at the end of the day, like, we both grown, we can both have that conversation. If your mindset is, if I keep paying for these dates and I'm gonna get the kitty, then it's up to me to decide whether I'm going to entertain that or not. You know what I'm saying? Because me, if I really like you and we start to build a rapport, you're gonna look up, I'm gonna send it to you on your phone, like, cheese, this is what you want. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if you keep coming off with, this is what I expect, or I'm gonna be like, who hurt you? At the end of the day, we both grown. Like,
but you're right. No, but without even acknowledging if there's any hurt or not, it doesn't have to be no hurt to come to an accessible problem. But for real, let's just think about it. What is the purpose of going on or dating somebody? It's not just a relationship or getting to know them. Women nowadays, and this doesn't affect y'all because y'all didn't grow up in this era, but nowadays, there's only a few reasons why people date or go out, and one of them is sex. When a dude meets a woman, he's not looking at her thinking about, damn, I think she'd be a great mother to my future children, or I can see myself with her for 10 years. No, he's thinking straight out, yeah, I want to smash. When August Alsina walks by in some sweats, you're not thinking about marrying him.
Yeah, I am. I'm trying to
Wait, man. I give you that, kitty, because just because I saw this movie last night. If M'Baku's ass walked by, are you going to be thinking about proposing to him?
No, I don't like M'Baku. I don't do that.
Are you now all of a sudden, like, yo, I sent the kid a thing about when he was at Jimmy Fallon when he was doing the war cry. She said, shit, I be all talking about ooh, 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 with my draw, ooh, 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 ooh. Oh,
you talking too much.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was watching. I promise you, last night I was watching the second, the Wakanda Forever, and he did the ooh. I paused the whole movie. I just put my head down. I fell out laughing because I know Nikita loves that dude. Even though I can't dig the man with the spandex, that just ain't me.
You're gonna get me in trouble with that. Just get past it.
You get past the bucket. Alright, so let me ask y'all a question, but we're gonna get out of this one last time. Who is your crush? Celebrity wise. If you had to pick and choose a crush, who and why would that person be your crush? But I don't want nobody obvious. It gotta be something that you ain't said about. You gonna hold that to your chest.
I don't say. I don't know.
It's just choose, right?
M'Baku, Winston, he just sick. That's all I gotta say about that. Move on.
Okay, so yours is M'Baku. What's his name? Winston Duke or Duke Winston or something like that?
Yeah.
Really?
Songs, but he's so nasty. Yes,
Yeah,
like I've been a praise angel since I was young. Nobody couldn't tell me that would have been my baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like I was
what?
Look, if you wanted to pull up and smash,
What did you call it? A Trey's angel?
I was praised. I got the shirt and everything. I was in the fan club and all.
That's Kendra said. Kendra said hers is Idris Elba. Yeah. I'm so tired of hearing Idris' goddamn name.
Let's change the subject before I start drooling.
Okay, if I had a celebrity crush who I think that this and is one that don't nobody know or I haven't told anybody, I got two. One's old and one's young. First one is Patti LaBelle. I think Patti LaBelle is so goddamn gorgeous.
Yeah, she can get it.
She can get it. I've seen her in concert. Been at a concert. She sang her jaws out. The other person, my other celebrity crush would be Fantasia.
She can get it.
Well, Tasia's thick. Tasia been thick since when she was on the Idols of the Americans. The Tasia can get it. She can get it with the husband or without the husband. Just give me my little time, and I'll go on about my business. I ain't gonna hit you for child support or nothing. Just let me go and get my little 5 minutes of fame.
Oh my god! I did not see that one coming.
Really? Oh yeah, I think I've been a Fantasia fan from the very beginning. She's really a talented artist. But Fantasia Barreto.
Cool. The family's cool. They're cool. That's normal for us because that's she's from my city. So when we was around, I didn't know her. Now I know her brothers, but I don't know her. I know everyone with her brothers and stuff. She was younger than all of us, so. I mean, I ain't never hear her sing until after the fact. So
they did. You know what? Because I know her whole family sings in church, but they said she had never sang out in public until she did the audition for America's Idol. All she had ever sang was in church. Right. And from my understanding, her family was known locally, for singing in church, like most black churches and stuff like that and stuff.
Yeah, her grandma had a church and all that, and they always sang in the church. The daddy sang, the mama sang.
Is she related to Casey and JoJo or one of them?
Yeah, they're cousins. Yeah. The gay drunk ass that's a whole nother story. Alright, y'all, we're gonna get out of here, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to the first show of the 2023. We are the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday podcast, where the model of our show is ain't no subject taboo. We talk about the things that don't nobody else want to talk about. Wait a minute, Lamont High says, "What's up, fam?" Why do niggas always want to tune in to the very last minute? But shout out to the real Lamont High. I did a skit with him and his grandma who he has on there, and it went viral. The first time we aired it didn't do as well, but the second time we aired it went viral. It was a dope skit. He just had a son just recently, so congratulations on being a father, man. Dope, love you to death, man. But again, we are the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday podcast where ain't no subject taboo. We talk about the things that don't nobody else want to talk about. You can find me up on YouTube at Dominic McKinney and Snapchat at Dominic29. If you want to be a blessing to the show, that's Cash App at Nickel42. You can find me on TikTok at Dominic41, Dominic29 on IG. And don't forget to hit up Miss Nikita Boo here, all her social medias right there. And don't forget our social media influencer, Crystal _Leash on the gram and on the TikTok. So I'm gonna tell y'all this, and I got a story to tell y'all that we're gonna get out of here. We are real quickly on our next show. I'm gonna do two or 3 weeks from now. We're gonna do random acts of kindness. For y'all that don't know what random acts of kindness is you have to tune into the show. I'm gonna randomly cash out 3 people that day.
I'm a random. My account number on there too.
You gonna randomly put your cash out tag up there. So we are going to be doing random acts of kindness. I'm going to bring that back. It's always been a good blessing to people. Basically what it is, you have to tune into the show, be physically tuned into the show. You got to put your cash out tag up. I'm going to announce at a certain time. I'm just going to randomly pick somebody, and to confirm that you got it, you got to respond in the comment section with the hand and the file. So real quickly, I got a story to tell y'all. Y'all know how I feel about Walmart and the receipt situation. Y'all know I can't stand it, don't like it, don't want to do it. So I had a moment. What was it, last week, my TV in my bedroom went out, so I went to go get another one at Walmart. I normally don't shop at Walmart, but closest place. So I go get the TV, do a little shopping. As I'm coming out, the little white lady at the ring, and I just knew it. You can just feel the presence of the evil on you. The presence of the evil was on me. Nikita, where you at? She just said, huh? Okay, but so the lady stopped me, and she said, "I need to see your receipt," and I told her no. Straight out. I was ready for the bullshit. Told her, no, you can't see my receipt. She proceeded to argue. I said, well, let me see your manager. So this Pepe Le Pew looking motherfucker came out here, some little foreign dude, and just gonna tell me that I need to show him my receipt. And I said, dude, it is not Walmart's policy at all. I done researched it. And he said, well, I can't let you leave. You stop me from leaving the store, it's gonna be a bad situation. It's just plain and simple. I'm just letting you know. I said, you need to call back to electronics and ask the dude with a little short, fat motherfucker with no neck come through there and buy a goddamn TV about 5 minutes ago. I done bought a little stand and everything. I just spent almost $300 that day. So he gonna tell me, then he changed tactics and said, well, if it's any big ticket items, then we gotta search it. But no, fuck you don't. Repeat it again. You can't stop me. Then he gonna tell me that if it ain't nothing in bags, then we can stop you. We need to see your receipt. Told him, listen here, you can't trespass me. You can't do shit. If you try to stop me, it's gonna be a really, really bad day for you. And I said, can I leave or am I detained? I've been wanting to say that forever because they're saying the YouTube shit. Right? He said, well, sir, and I just walked off like George Jefferson with my ass too. And I said, I wish a motherfucker would touch me when he put my shit in the back and left. Sad part about it, I didn't get nothing recorded. I was too busy trying to show out. Yeah, so that was my moment. I think I'm going to go back to Walmart and have another one, but I don't want to go to jail.
Alright, anyway, it's time to log off. Yeah.
Alright, so we about to go, man. Thank y'all for tuning into the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday. Remember that ain't no subject taboo. We talk about things that ain't nobody else want to talk about. Alright, everybody, give me one final thought. Let's get the hell up out of here.
Y'all have a blessed week.
What about you, influencer Ron?
Oh, positive vibes only in 2023. I ain't cussing nobody out. I'm not going back and forth with you hoes this time. You know what I'm saying? Y'all say some wretched ass shit. I'm not gonna pop off. I'm just gonna let it roll off my back. That's on that. That on that. I'm not doing it. I'm being mute.
My positive thought is real simple. I'm stripping away the bullshit on everything. If it turns me into an asshole, well, I was an asshole from birth. Alright, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all have a great evening. We'll see y'all later. Peace!